Okay, so today, let me see if I can do this. I don't know how to turn my camera around in the middle of a video, but I'm cleaning and I'm making bread. So I wanted to show you exactly how I do it, and hopefully it's supportive to you. For the sake of visually, whatever, here's what I have. This is 3 tablespoons of yeast, 3 tablespoons of flour, just regular, a tablespoon and a half of salt, 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil, third cup of white sugar, third cup of brown sugar, and 8 cups of flour. So what I do to start is I put hot water. It's okay, it's not hot so that it like burns your hand, but it's on the warm side of warm. So I know, a great technical term, but nonetheless. So I put it in my mixer, and then I use the whiskey one, I don't know, and I add my yeast and mix it really good. And then I leave it set for just maybe a minute or two. So I mixed it on high for probably another 30 seconds. And then I add my 3 tablespoons of flour. And I do this all while I'm mixing it, or while the mixer's running. I don't know that it makes a difference, but this is just how I do it. So excuse the noise. That was the brown sugar and the white sugar. And then I let it mix a little bit more just to like dissolve the sugars. I add my salt, the flour, oh, not flour, oil, sorry. 3/4 cup of oil. I make sure it's really good and dissolved. Then I add like half of my flour, so 4 cups of the flour. 1, 2, oops. One-handed bread making skills. 4. And I had measured this out ahead of time. So I still use this mixer for the first 4 cups and get it all integrated. At this point, I take this mixer, ooh, I just dropped it in the batter, or the dough, off. And this is about what the dough looks like after 4 cups. And then I use the, I don't know what stuff is called, but this thing. And I add the last of my flour. I'm going to show you the actual amount of time that I mix it, just so that you know, so that it's not like over kneaded or whatever you want to call it. I start on slow so the flour doesn't go flying everywhere. And then as it incorporates, I just put it up a little bit because it gets stiffer. It's starting to pull away from the side. So basically, it's done. I put it out on the counter, but I know how you feel about the counter, so you can just put it in a bowl. And but see how wet it still is? Like it's still really, I don't know. And the bottom will be even more wet because my mixer doesn't hit the bottom of the bowl. So this is what it looks like turned out on my counter. It was really messy, like kind of looked like that. So I like turned it around just to make it look pretty. I know, whatever. And then I sprinkled a little bit of flour on because my dough was very sticky, like to the point of like, if you can, I don't know if you can see that or not, but like really wet in the bottom. So it can afford to have a little more flour. Then I cover it up and do the raising of the 30 minutes for the first time, and I will, as I go throughout the day, I'll snap pictures of what it looks like between each kneading. So yeah, I hope this helps.